In stark contrast, the boy's reaction was one of pure delight. Without hesitation, he bent down and embraced the pup. Touched by his son's joy, the father permitted him to keep the animal. From that day forward, the wolf pup became an integral part of the family. Despite the warnings from neighbors and friends, the family raised the wolf pup as if he were a dog, attaching him to a chain outside to ensure the safety of others. As time passed, the family grew more comfortable with the wolf pup, allowing him to roam freely inside their home. Despite initial hesitations, the mother began to appreciate the positive impact the wolf had on her son. From a young age, the boy had been reserved and introverted, often keeping to himself and struggling to engage with others. However, after forming a close bond with the wolf, his demeanor began to change. Their friendship seemed to instill a newfound confidence in the boy, transforming him into a livelier and more sociable individual both at home and at school. The positive effects of their relationship were evident in his academic performance as well. His teachers praised his hard work and noted a significant improvement in his grades. The boy cherished his time with the wolf, often waking up early to spend more time with his beloved pet before school. However, tragedy struck when the wolf went missing one day. Despite their usual practice of chaining him to the fence outside, the chain had broken and the animal had disappeared overnight. The family was baffled, as there had been no signs of trouble and they couldn't understand why the wolf would suddenly run away. The boy was devastated by the loss, having forged a deep connection with the wolf over the months they had spent together. It was a painful reminder that despite their bond, wolves were ultimately wild creatures that could not be fully domesticated. His parents, seeing his sorrow, promised to get him a new dog. They soon adopted a little husky, hoping it would help fill the void left by the wolf. While the husky was adorable, it couldn't replace the wolf in the boy's heart. His life seemed to unravel after the wolf's departure. He struggled to eat regularly and lost interest in playing. His teachers noticed his change in behavior and asked his parents about it. His parents simply explained that they had lost a pet, without revealing how much the wolf meant to him. Over the years, the boy reluctantly learned to let go. He still thought about his wolf from time to time, but had to move on with his life. As he grew up, the boy became an accomplished teenager with good grades and an active social life. He cared for the husky and they grew closer. The wolf pup, once a source of joy, became a distant memory. One winter evening, the boy made plans to meet his friends for sledding in the woods. As he pulled his sled through the snow, memories of his wolf flooded back. His father had found the pup curled up in the snow many years ago. Despite rarely thinking about the wolf, the memory brought a wave of sadness. He shook off the thoughts and continued on his way. Eventually, he reached his friends and spent a couple of hours sledding down the snowy hill. Their laughter echoed in the darkening sky. As the evening wore on, it was time for them to go. The boy wanted to sled a few more times, believing his parents wouldn't mind, so he waved everyone goodbye and they split up, with most heading home. The boy remained, going down the hill a few more times, relishing the cool wind. But as the darkness deepened, he realized it was very late. Deciding one more slide would suffice, he prepared to head home. Just as he was about to slid down the hill again, he heard something behind him. Turning around, all he could see were the moving branches of trees, stirred by the wind. In the darkness, he couldn't discern what lurked among the dead trees. Curiosity getting the better of him, he took a few steps closer to the woods, a move he would soon regret. Wild animals emerged from among the trees, one by one, revealing a pack of wolves. Face to face with fully grown wolves, their large bodies looming over him, the boy realized he was no match for them. Even if he could reach his sled in time, these creatures could easily outrun him. Terrified, the boy wanted to cry as anxiety gripped his chest. A gray wolf, the largest in the pack and likely the alpha, approached him just an arm's length away. It was then that the boy recognized who stood before him. It was his wolf pup. No longer a hyper little creature, the wolf had grown into a powerful leader. Though the animal had changed significantly over time, it still had the same eyes, allowing the boy to distinguish his wolf from the others. Despite the years that had passed, the wolf still recognized the boy, remembering his scent. The wolf let out a sudden howl, then turned to its pack, growling protectively. The boy stood in shock as he realized the wolf was defending him. Surprised and grateful, he placed a hand on his old friend before sprinting through the forest. The wolf had saved him from the wolf pack. Eager to share the news with his parents, the boy rushed home. It was nearly midnight when he arrived, finding his parents anxiously waiting for him. His mother enveloped him in a tight hug, tears streaming down her face. That night, the family gathered in the living room, unable to sleep as they listened to the boy recount his miraculous reunion with their beloved wolf.